The $4.99 Maaco Paint Job Special. It's the paint job you give to your 1999 Rust Bucket Honda Civic before you list it on Craigslist for $1,500. When you mention cheap paint jobs, this is the special that pops into most people's heads. Now, we all know these paint specials have a pretty bad rap. Stories of orange peel, overspray, and poor prep work dominate search engines when you Google Maaco paint job. And yet, I'm actually happy with the way my 2011 Crown Vic rolled out of their shop. So as you probably already expected, the $4.99 paint job special from Maaco is not actually $4.99. So in my case, there was a $100 color change fee, which was unavoidable because my car was 3 different colors when I took it in. And there's also a $45 waste disposal fee. So what you do get with the $4.99 is light chip and scratch repair, which they did do a little bit of, and I'll talk about that in just a second, along with the paint, obviously, and a universal sealer. So in total, I ended up paying $644.95. And here's a list of all the prep work I did to this car before I sent it in. That's right, you're looking at it right now. I did absolutely nothing. That's right, I sent the car in like this, Raleigh PD colors and all. I didn't wash it, I didn't take anything off of the car, and I didn't tape anything up. And I feel like this is a situation that's going to represent most people. Now, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people have stripped all the paint off their car, did all the prep work before bringing it into Maaco for this $4.99 paint job special, and I didn't do that. I mean, I got 2 jobs. I'm a full-time student. I did not have time to strip this car down, tape everything up, take everything off, and then take it into the shop and put everything back together. It just wasn't feasible. And I think most people are probably going to be in the same shoes. They're either not going to have the time to deal with all that, or they just don't want to deal with all that. Now, the lead estimator did tell me that they would sand the car down before they painted it. Obviously, I can't verify that, but she did say that. And that brings me to the point of customer service, where I was incredibly surprised and impressed. The woman who was helping me out, her name was Kimberly, was so nice and so helpful. So she brought me out, she asked me what I wanted done to the car. I told her I just wanted one color, just make it blue. And she asked me what my budget was. I told her my budget was $700. She told me about the $4.99 special. I said I'll take it. She asked me what I wanted cover up. I told her I wanted everything covered except for the plugs on the roof of the car and on the trunk of the car, so they painted over those black plugs for me. And she really didn't push me at all to buy anything extra. She did make me aware of the other paint tiers that they had. I told her I was set on this one, and that was it. You know, she rang me up, checked me out, and in 5 days, my car was ready. Oh yeah, you betcha there's overspray. There's overspray under the car, on the radiators, inside the door jambs, on some of the trim. But, you know, that was really expected, and it's not that bad. I couldn't have done any better personally. So just make sure you expect that going in. There's bound to be some sort of overspray. Also, they did miss a couple spots, specifically under the front bumper and the rear bumper. You can still see that both of those parts used to be silver at one point. There's also a small section of the paint that chipped off on the rear bumper. I'm not sure if this chipped off while I was driving to work, because I've been driving this car for a couple days, or if it, you know, chipped off when they were painting it, or if they missed it or something. There's also one small section of paint where something got stuck under it. I cannot tell for the love of God what it was. I have no idea. I think it was like a rock. Around the door handles, the paint gets a little iffy because, you know, those are tight crevices and cracks, and some of the paint just didn't get in there, so you could tell. If you look closely, you can tell that those doors used to be white. But really, those are the only issues. Oh yeah, there's also some overspray on the headlights too. But yeah, those are really the only issues I've noticed, and there's really nothing major, so expect some imperfections going in, but overall, it still looks pretty darn good. Going back to the chip repair, there used to be an antenna mounted on the top of the trunk which wore away some of the paint as it moved back and forth in the wind. Well, that caused that part of the trunk to rust a little bit. The paint was all messed up. There was a whole bunch of like adhesive all over it, so they actually cleaned that up pretty well. And that was really the only semi-major cosmetic thing that was wrong with this car. I mean, I got this car in pretty good condition, so as far as the chip and scratch repair is concerned, that's pretty much what you should expect. They fix little things like that.